Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tap Out TV. Today we are going to be discussing the WWE Raw preview, and we are going to be giving some predictions of what we think will happen on the show. We have the official WWE.com Raw preview here for May 2nd, 2016, so let's get right into it without any further ado. The first thing on the agenda today is, can Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon coexist as Raw showrunners? According to WWE, hell must have frozen over at some point during WWE Payback, because that's the only possible explanation for Mr. McMahon's decision to have both of his children, Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon, assume control of WWE's flagship show, Monday Night Raw. Last night, after WWE Payback's main event between AJ Styles and WWE World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns finally ended in a melee involving Reigns' cousin, the Usos, and Styles' friends, Gallows and Anderson. Stephanie suggested the rematch take place at Extreme Rules. Shane then one-upped his sister by suggesting an Extreme Rules match, an idea favored by his father. Will Shane and Stephanie be able to coexist as WWE's new era moves forward? Now, this isn't really a new era because Vince McMahon is still a senile old bastard who doesn't know the meaning of the word no and boo. However, we officially have confirmation now that Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon will be taking control of Monday Night Raw for a predetermined period of time, which we do not know because it's quite obvious we're going to be molding this into a Shane McMahon versus Triple H power struggle storyline, probably moving a little closer into SummerSlam. What I expect to happen tonight, a bunch of pointless promo segments between Stephanie and Shane trying to one-up each other, trying to prove why are they their better leader, etc. A lot of conflict and shit like that, and that's what's gonna happen tonight, and it's probably going to be very irritating TV. We're gonna all sit, watch it, bury our faces in our laps, and say, Vince McMahon, you senile old bastard, why? But yeah, AJ and Roman, that'll be a good match. Moving on. Will Styles and Reigns go to new extremes tonight? Wow, that's clever, WWE. Way to go. After Shane and Stephanie took turns restarting WWE Payback's main event to ensure a decisive winner, and despite the interruption of AJ Styles' friends, Gallows and Anderson, Roman Reigns put away the Phenomenal One with a spear, ending the very first pay-per-view of the new era with a big victory over the guy. Let's just put this into perspective here. The new era began with Shane McMahon taking over Monday Night Raw. Now we have Stephanie, who is a flagship of the old era. So is it still a new era with Stephanie still in charge? And is it a new era with Vince still in charge? Because Vince is the senile old bastard who makes all the rules. I keep calling him that because he's a motherfucker. Fuck you, Vince. You beautiful old bastard. Because of the unusual circumstances surrounding the match's conclusion, coming after the bout had seemingly ended with a countout and a disqualification. Shane and Stephanie were in agreement that Styles deserves a rematch, which will be an Extreme Rules match in 3 weeks at the Extreme Rules event, so prepare for some mighty kendo stick shots. Now, the question is, will Gallows and Anderson find a way to get involved in this rivalry as they have done in recent weeks? Or will the Usos keep Styles' long-time running buddies at bay? No, they will not. The Usos have been pretty much Gallows and Anderson's bitch. No, the Usos can't do shit. Speaking of Styles, how will he adjust his strategy knowing that he faces the big dog under one of the most perilous, wow, big word for you, WWE, stipulations in all of sports entertainment. First of all, Extreme Rules match, aka no disqualification match, aka no holds barred match, aka street fight, aka no holds barred street fight, aka kendo stick warfare. Here's what I predict. I predict some sort of instance with AJ Styles, but I don't know. I can't really predict the storyline. All I know is that Gallows and Anderson are going to try to attack Roman Reigns. Usos are going to try and save Roman Reigns. We're going to do that whole dynamic that's really boring because they've been doing it constantly. If the Usos were involved, I'd be so much more intrigued with this storyline. Maybe we throw Dean Ambrose in here tonight. Maybe Dean Ambrose goes heel. Maybe Dean Ambrose just stays everybody to predictable babyface. I don't know. But this is happening. I can't predict this storyline. We're going to have to wait and see. Point is, Roman Reigns is still the guy. He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's the guy, according to WWE. Our the guy is AJ Styles, so conflict. Moving on. How will Natalya respond to the Chicago screwjob? The question is, how will WWE respond when it comes to figuring out why Lil Nate, aka Charles Robinson, decided to pull a Earl Hebner at Chicago. Like, it's completely different scenarios here. The screw job had to do with so many huge elements. This probably just revolves around, Charles Robinson loving Ric Flair. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Let's read. It was an unnerving case of deja vu for the Hart family at WWE Payback, where WWE Women's Champion Charlotte trapped Natalya in the sharpshooter, a move the challenger inherited from her Hall of Fame father, Bret the Hitman Hart. And referee Charles Robinson called for the bell to ring, even though the Queen of Hearts never tapped out. Ooh. Much like the infamous Survivor Series 1997 incident that robbed the excellence of execution of the WWE Championship, referred to as the Montreal Screwjob, the thievery infuriated Hart, who laid out Charlotte's father, WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair, and applied his own sharpshooter that took 2 days, 14 hours, and 22 minutes to apply to the Nature Boy, in a display of Hart solidarity against the dastardly Flairs. Natalya got some retribution of her own, locking in the sharpshooter on WWE Women's Champion, who did not look like a victor when all said was done, and all said and done. I can talk, shut up. Undoubtedly, Natalya has unfinished business with Charlotte, whose family clearly orchestrated the questionable turn of events. Might the Queen of Hearts strike back against the champion tonight on Raw? Now, it's been rumored for months now that Sasha Banks will be getting that WWE Women's Championship, and she's not going to beat Natalya for it. She's going to beat Charlotte for it, and it's probably going to happen at SummerSlam if WWE has a brain. So Natalya is not winning that championship. This screw job is obviously to set up a rematch, because these two are rumored to have a 2-month program, or 2 pay-per-view program, because this pay-per-view is only 3 weeks after Payback, which is kind of odd, but whatever. So, this will obviously set up a rematch at Extreme Rules. Now, if WWE is intelligent, they will have some sort of stipulation here. Now, if it were me, this would be awesome, and I want this. I want Charlotte and Natalya to fight inside a steel cage. Now, I know what you're thinking. You misogynistic bastards. That's a man's match. No, it's not. Sasha and Bayley had an Iron Man match. These women can pull off a cage match. I want to see it because it'll keep Flair out, which is kind of the whole storyline here. And yeah, I just think it would be awesome. Come on, don't you want to see Charlotte versus Natalya in a steel cage? They're not going to do that, but how cool would that be? You know what? Fuck it. That's my prediction. We're going to announce Charlotte versus Natalya in a cage match. Now, this match will have a stipulation. It's probably going to be something like a submission match. I think it should be a cage match, but whatever. Whatever. Moving on. Who will be next to challenge The Miz? I'm not even going to read this because it's going to be a fatal 4-way at Extreme Rules between Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, The Miz, and Cesaro. And if it's not, WWE has officially lost their mind. Go find it in aisle 3 at Stop and Shop, because that's probably where it is. I'm not even going to read this. We know where this is going. Fatal 4-way. Kevin Owens looked like a beast last night. They better keep that up, or I am going to disembowel them with my teeth. Now, the final bit of news here. What is next for the tag team division? During the early ongoings of Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy's #1 contenders match at Payback with the Vaudevillains, Amore sustained a concussion that caused the bout to end in a no contest, because at the time, we all thought Enzo could be dead. That was one of the most gross, terrible, awful bumps I've seen. A lot of people are comparing it to Paraguay, whatever, Junior. I can't remember his name. I really apologize because it's incredibly disrespectful that I don't know his name. But Rey Mysterio, the guy that he was a hand in killing, he didn't kill him. I'm not going to start a controversy here. Rey Mysterio 619 had some sort of a whiplash effect that caused Paraguay Jr. I think that's his name. Please let that be his name. I do not want to disrespect a legend in Mexican wrestling. I'm sorry. I have the greatest respect for him. I just don't know his name. But it reminisced that instance, and we were all terrified. However, it has been confirmed that he has only sustained a concussion, which, although is also not a good thing, it means he's alive and well, and he will be back at some point, so yay! However, as Enzo Amore recovers from his injury, the #1 contendership to the New Day's tag team titles hangs in the balance. Expect more on this developing story tonight on Raw, beginning at 8/7 Central on USA Network. I'm pretty sure it's obvious the Vaudevillains are going to get that shot, and I think they're going to have a great program with the New Day. However, it's still depressing that Enzo Amore suffered such a terrible injury when he was so fucking over. Thank you for watching my WWE Raw preview tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show tonight. I will be watching live. Will I be doing a Raw review? It really depends. Here's the thing, and I want to make this as clear as day. I can't really record videos at this volume of my voice when there are people home because it's disruptive, it's loud, and my house isn't very big. I wait till nobody's home and I record massive amounts of videos. So, Raw tonight, I will have people home, and I can't really be loud. I will either make a quiet review, or I won't make a review at all. If you want to know more, you can follow me on Twitter at TapOutTV, and I will be there live tweeting about the show. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel. I make new videos whenever the fuck I can, because as I just mentioned, there are reasons why I can't always record. Anyway, thank you so much for watching Tap Out TV. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, and peace out.